Hey guys, we're back for some more standard, still grinding ladder. No changes here to the deck, so we're just going to go ahead and jump into some games. The link will be in the description for the deck list and the kind of sideboarding guide video, which is a previous video. So hope everybody's having a great weekend here and really excited for the new set. And I don't know about you guys, but I can't wait to get into Limited. If you're new here to my channel, thank you so much for stopping by. I really do appreciate you. And if you like my content, please consider subscribing, maybe adding a comment or dropping a like, or sharing it with a friend who might enjoy it. And for my returning viewers, thank you so much again for supporting my content. I appreciate it greatly. Okay, opening hand looks fine. Would be nice to draw second planes, but we can work with this. We've got some good 1, 2, 3 drops here, so happy to see how this goes. So we can go veteran into veteran plus warden. Happy to pick up a plains. Okay, against Orzhov. Interesting. I think, because there's a possibility they have Virtue of Loyalty, I'm not going to attack here. And instead, we're just going to go ahead and use Warden. It's probably also just better to do Warden in general. Yeah, happy to keep that on top. We can use that next turn to help power out our Knight-errant of Eos. Yeah, this way, even if they kill Warden, we still get to Convoke for 3, so I'm happy about that. And 3 is kind of the magic number for what you're looking to Convoke with in this deck, because then we can go and find, like, Adeline. Okay, yeah, happy to pick up a Spellbook Vendor here. So we could go Coppercoat and like veteran plus recruitment officer, but I kind of want to get Spellbook Vendor going. Also, there's a possibility that they have like Path of Peril and could just totally blow us out if we commit everything. So I think what I'm going to do here is just go Spellbook Vendor plus veteran, and then get the sorcerer roll. So we're not pushing quite as much damage, but we are kind of starting to get some value out of Vendor. So I'm not sure about this play, but I think that this is probably what I want to do. And this way we can put the sorcerer roll on our recruitment officer, since that's probably the target that they would want to block. It's a great top deck here. This way, if they don't have like Path of Peril or like Depopulate, we can really push a lot of damage here. Now we could go for officer plus getting another sorcerer roll, but I think we just want to, we have so many attackers, it's just better to just push extra damage here. So I think it's worth, since they're at 17, throwing or sacrificing Vendor, even though we lose some value by doing that. So if we attack with everything, they block Fender, they probably block Knight-errant. They're still taking 14 damage here, so we're putting them in a majorly rough position. So I think that's the play, even though we lose Vendor. And Adversary is a perfect top deck. Yeah, but they're blocking predictably. But now they need like board wipe, or that's it. They could have Sunfall here certainly, but if they do, we've got like Recruitment Officer to start trying to rebuild. And if they have Path of Peril, well, that's awkward too, but or Gix's Command. All right, so it looks like they're representing Wandering Emperor. So now we just go Adversary and push. Yeah, that's gonna do it. I haven't unfortunately had a lot of time to dedicate to grinding ladder. So I've just done just a handful of games here, but the deck has been going really well, so very, very happy with it. If you guys are having success with it, I'd love to hear about it. Or if you're having success with another deck, I'd love to hear about that too. Okay, opening hand looks great. Looks like we're up against blue-white control. So I don't think this version runs Virtue of Loyalty, but I'm not sure. Yeah, I never really know here. I think I'm just going to pass on the off chance that they do have Virtue. To be honest, I just don't know the list well enough to know if they do or not. So I think we just try for Adeline here. Especially if they have something like Temporary Lockdown, it kind of plays around that a little bit. They could have a counter spell, but I think this is the play. All right, so this is kind of nice. So now we get to go for Knight-errant. We are potentially walking into Sunfall, which sucks. But I think that it's still worth going for here. So the question is, do we go for like Knight-errant for 2 or Knight-errant for 3? And I typically like going for Knight-errant for 3 better. It is kind of a blowout if we... if they've got the Sunfall. We have to believe that there's a decent chance that they do. But picking up another Adeline would be super nice. So I'm not really sure if we just do it now or do it for 3. Maybe it's a little bit safer to go for 2. Yeah, this is still a decent hit. But that's definitely like kind of all about feel. Yeah, and there's the Sunfall. Okay, so I think that was definitely the right move. Also, having this be a 3/3 instead of a 4/4 is pretty important. You know, we've got the Brutal Cathar, but like still just being able to attack through it with Knight-errant is pretty good. They could have Farewell, so we might want to get this clue token going. But I think we just want to start rebuilding here a little bit. We could go like Warden. Actually, I kind of like Warden and then activate Warden and then sack this clue token. We could also go Vendor. I think I'm going to go with this play here just because there's been enough times where like we don't use the clue token and then they blow it up. So I think I'm just going to go for this. Okay, so we don't need the land. Maybe we just go Vendor here just to present a decent board. Not sure. Yeah, I think I'm going to go Vendor, actually. Again, this is kind of about feel, whether you just use the clue token there or get the Vendor out. So now they're representing Wandering Emperor. They don't have enough mana to both activate their token and use Wandering Emperor. So I think the play here, we go to combat, attack with this. Let's see, actually, do we have enough mana? I think we have enough mana to go Vanguard into Knight-errant, but that's kind of risking quite a bit if they have another kind of full wipe. So I think I'm just going to go for this singleton play here. Yeah, I think I'm just going to use Vendor to put the roll on the Vendor itself. This way we at least traded their 3/3 if they want to do that. You know what, man, maybe that was a misplay. Maybe we should have put it on Warden and then just attacked with the... This plays around Emperor. I guess I'm willing to trade this for the 3/3. I suppose that's okay. Actually, I think I'm just going to hold. And then I'm going to use Knight-errant here to refill. Yeah, I'm very kind of like undecided on how I want to play this turn. I think, given that I didn't attack, I would have rather put the roll token somewhere else. Here we definitely hold everything in case they've got a sweeper. I guess we could also play Initiate and then give Warden another scry. But again, there's a decent chance they just have like another Sunfall. So I think we hold. Yeah, they did have Emperor. So yeah, I would have want the roll token to go somewhere else because now they just get Vendor. Yeah, that was a misplay. I think I would have put it on Warden. Either Warden or maybe Veteran.
May your blade strike true.
Kapask, Imasahak. You can be made to obey.
So I think this is a... Since they've got the token here, I think we go ossification on Jace. I guess the annoying thing with ossification on Jace is that if they use like temporary lockdown, they just get their Jace back, which feels pretty bad. We probably do Brutal Cathar on their 2/2. I guess let's start there. Okay, so if they want to get lost, that's fine. So now we get his ossification their 2/2, and that's fine. Okay, that's a nice draw. Finish off Jace and one to face.
Retreat is the sensible action.
I don't think they have another board wipe based on how they're playing. I feel like they would have board wiped last turn, but I'm not sure. I guess it's possible that they have another Emperor here, but I think they're just looking and they're just out of gas. So I think Initiate is now makes a lot of sense. So we can use Initiate to blow up their 3/3. Yeah, Thalia feels pretty good. And again, I'm not sure if we want to go for Knight-errant right now. So I think we go attack with these two for face, and then we could use the 3 of these to pump Warden again. Do we want to do Copper Coat or not? I don't think so, not yet. Now if they activate, we can blow this thing up. Okay, so they do have Emperor. I guess if we'd played Copper Coat, they wouldn't have been able to use Emperor on the Knight-errant. Yeah. But we want it out of their hand anyway, so this is okay. Could also blow up their Candy Trail, which I kind of like. Yeah, I think I'm gonna do that. Let's go for blowing up their Candy Trail. All right, so let's get Copper Coat down. Kind of want to do Thalia also. All right, let's start with Copper Coat. So in case they've got removal, I think we double send Wandering Emperor and then 5 at face. And then if they spend the mana to activate, we can blow this thing up. So now we can make our initiate back down to a 2/2 and drop a point here, and that's fine.
Our swords will cross again.
Okay, so they had another piece of removal, or board wipe. Let's start rebuilding. Guess we could go like Officer into Knight-errant here. I kind of want to get Dahlia down, but I do want to get Knight-errant off, and I think this is the time for it. Guess they have counterspell here that's kind of rough, but yeah. Let's see, do we want another initiate? I think we would rather have the copper coats. Yeah, it's too bad we don't have a warden, because this would be awesome for a warden here. Now I think they're basically completely out of gas. We can start activating Officer, and let's... So we want to also start pushing damage too. I think I want to go ahead and start putting these counters here on Officer, just so we can fight through their anchorage. Yeah, Bodyguard's a good draw. Okay, we can use this to pump. And I think actually, let's put the other two on the veteran so we can push everything through. And then I think we go Vanguard here in case they want to block, just to try to be pushing for lethal. Try to set up like a 2-turn clock. Okay, they had the farewell, unfortunately. That sucks. Okay, Mirix is a nice draw. So now we can threaten lethal and force the anchorage out. Got them. Oh, it feels so satisfying to beat blue-white control. Just like, you just gotta deal with rounds and rounds of their bullshit until they finally run out of board wipes. Okay, let's take a look at the stats. Unfortunately, the third game, I wasn't able to record it. I ran out of recording space. But yeah, currently the deck is 87% win rate, 13 wins and 2 losses. So I think this is a great deck. 100% win rate on the play and 71% on the draw. So yeah, I think this is a fantastic deck to try out if you haven't already. If you do, please share your results. If you're finding success with it, I'd love to hear about it. But we will see you here for the next one.